Namaste and welcome to Postal Classroom. Today is a significant day as we begin our dedicated series for the GDS to MTS examination 2026. This course is specifically designed to be your gateway to a departmental promotion, moving you from Gramin Dak Sevak to multitasking staff. We are starting with the foundation of the entire exam, Post Office Guide Part 1. Our first focus is Chapter 1, which covers the organization of the department. You cannot serve the department effectively without understanding its vast structure. And the examiners know this, which is why this chapter is high yield. Every great organization starts with a vision. For India Post, that vision is to ensure our products and services are always the customer's first choice. In a world of private competition, we strive to be the most trusted and preferred service provider for every Indian citizen. To achieve that vision, we have a clear mission with 5 key pillars. First, we must sustain our position as the largest postal network in the world, literally touching the lives of every citizen across this great nation. Second, we provide a massive range of services including mail, parcels, money transfers, banking, insurance, and retail with a focus on speed and reliability. We are committed to providing these services on a value for money basis, ensuring affordability for the common man. Our employees are our main strength, and our mission is to ensure they are proud of their work and serve customers with a genuine human touch. Finally, we act as a vital Government of India platform, delivering social security services and ensuring that last mile connectivity that no one else can provide. Let's look at where we fit in the government. The Department of Post functions under the Ministry of Communications. You can see the national emblem, Satyamev Jayate, symbolizing our authority and service to the state. At the very top of our administrative structure is Mr. Jyotiraditya M. Scindia, the Honorable Minister of Communications. He provides the high-level political leadership and vision for the entire ministry. Assisting the Union Minister is Dr. Chandra Sekhar Pemsani, the Minister of State for Communications. Both of these leaders work together to oversee the vast operations of both posts and telecommunications. Now we move to the administrative head of the department, Ms. Vandita Kaul. The Secretary posts, she is the senior most civil servant in a department and is responsible for all major policy decisions. Directly responsible for the operational side of things is Shri Jitendra Gupta, the Director General Postal Services. While the Secretary focuses on policy, the Director General ensures that the day-to-day postal operations across India run smoothly.
Now, let's talk about the brain of the department, the Postal Service Board. This is the apex management body that governs every rule and regulation we follow. How is the board formed? It is quite large, comprising a chairman and 7 members. Each member is a specialist in a specific area of postal administration. The Secretary of the Department of Posts, currently Ms. Vandita Kaul, also serves as the chairperson of the Postal Services Board. This ensures that departmental policy and board decisions are perfectly aligned. The Director General, Shri Jitendra Gupta, is also a key member of the board. His role on the board is to provide the operational perspective needed for management decisions. The board includes specialists for every function. Shri Subrat Das is the member for Technology and Estates, handling our digital infrastructure and buildings. Ms. Veena Ramkrishna Srinivas focuses on customer satisfaction, which is at the heart of our mission. Ms. Manisha Sinha is the member for Financial Services, overseeing our massive banking and savings operations. Shri Vidhan Chandra Roy manages philately, media and communication, our public face and stamp collection. Shri Harpreet Singh is the member for operations, ensuring mail flows correctly. Kaul SFH Rizvi handles human resource development, focusing on training and staff growth. Shri Suvendu Kumar Swain is the member for personnel, dealing with staff welfare and administrative matters. We also have Shri Srishil Malgi, who is the Joint Secretary and Financial Advisor. He is a permanent invitee to the board, ensuring every decision is financially sound. Finally, the board is coordinated by Dr. Sachin Mittal, who serves as the secretary to the Postal Services Board. He manages the board's meetings and official documentation. If you look at this complex organizational chart, you can see how power flows from the minister down to the 23 circles. Notice the split between policy, headed by the chairman, and operations, headed by the DG. Every DDG, Deputy Director General, and Director has a specific niche, from international relations to mail operations. Our department is divided into several functional units to maintain our massive reach. The Army Postal Service APS serves our soldiers with units like 56 and 99 APO. CEPT Mysore provides the technology, while RAKNPA Ghaziabad provides the training. We have specialized directorates for parcel, postal life insurance, and business development. India is geographically vast, so we divide it into 23 postal circles. Each circle is headed by a Chief Postmaster General CPNG. Usually a circle covers one state, but some circles manage multiple states or union territories to ensure no citizen is left out. You must memorize these specific jurisdictions for the exam. Gujarat Circle also covers Daman and Diu and Dadra and Nagar Haveli. Kerala Circle covers the islands of Lakshadweep. Maharashtra Circle includes the state of Goa. West Bengal Circle is unique, covering Sikkim and the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Northeast Circle is the largest by state count, covering Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, and Tripura. Now, let's quickly go through the circle headquarters. For Andhra Pradesh, it's Vijayawada. Assam is Guwahati. Bihar is Patna. Karnataka is Bengaluru. Tamil Nadu is Chennai. West Bengal is Kolkata. Circles are further subdivided into regions. Each region is headed by a Postmaster General PMG, who reports to the CPMG. Regions are then divided into divisions, which are the basic units of administration. These consist of both postal divisions and RMS Railway Mail Service divisions. We also have specialized support units like Circle Stand Depots, Postal Stores Depots, and the Mail Motor Service MMS. These keep the logistics moving behind the scenes. A very important point for the exam, The base circle, or the Army Postal Service. It is dedicated to the armed forces and is headed by an additional Director General. Now, let's step back in time to understand the roots of our great department. To truly master the GDS to MTS examination, you must know the milestones of postal history, as these dates are frequently asked in the departmental paper. Our journey begins not just centuries but over 350 years ago. Mysore Anche. Let's go back in time to 1672. The Mysore Anche was established by Maharaja Chikka Devarai Wodeyar, showing that postal services have deep roots in Indian history. In 1766, Robert Clive set up a regular system, and in 1774, Warren Hastings organized the post office. On 31st March 1774, the first GPO was opened in Calcutta. This was followed by Madras in 1786 and Bombay in 1794. The 19th century brought major changes. 1854, the Post Office Act was introduced, forming the legal basis of our work. 1860, the first postal manual was published. 1873, embossed envelopes were put on sale for the first time. India joined the Universal Postal Union (UPU) in 1876, connecting us to the world. Soon after, we introduced postcards 1879. The Savings Bank 1882. And Postal Life Insurance 1884. In 1886, we even started selling revenue stamps. In 1935, the Indian Postal Order was introduced. After independence in 1947, we issued our first 3 independence stamps featuring the Ashoka capital and Jai Hind. In 1959, we adopted our beautiful motto, Arnisham Sevamahe, service day and night. Finally, the digital revolution. 1986, Speed Post was launched on 1st August. 1994, Express Parcel and VSAT money orders began. 2003 and 2006, Meghdoot software and e-payment services modernized our counters. In 2008 and 2012, Project Arrow and the IT modernization project transformed us into the high-tech department we are today. That brings us to the end of part 1. We have covered the entire organization and history of the department. In the next video, we will dive into the rest of the syllabus. Stay focused, keep revising, and you'll be an MTS in no time.